Sterling Short Stories. Step into the story.
The Doppelganger Initiative, a chilling tale of replacement and control. In the shadowy corners of classified government research labs, a sinister project has been underway for decades, one designed to control the most powerful individuals on Earth without their knowledge. They call it the Doppelganger Initiative, a covert cloning program capable of replacing anyone with a perfect, obedient replica. It began in 1978 when billionaire industrialist James Ellison vanished for 6 weeks while on a private hunting trip in Montana. Upon his return, Ellison claimed to have gotten lost, but those closest to him noticed subtle changes. He no longer displayed his trademark temper. His speech patterns were more measured. His wife whispered to friends that his favorite foods had inexplicably changed, and his once deep fear of heights had disappeared. 6 months later, Ellison announced a massive shift in his business focus, abandoning defense contracts in favor of funding biotech startups. Strangely, his newfound companies thrived despite being led by unknown researchers. Conspiracy theorists began to speculate that Ellison had been replaced, but there was no evidence, only unsettling coincidences. In 1997, a young bioengineer named Dr. Lila Hart leaked classified documents to an underground news outlet. The files detailed a program she called Project Doppelganger, run by a secretive organization known only as Aegis Group. According to the documents, Aegis had been developing cloning technology since the 1950s, perfecting methods to grow accelerated clones indistinguishable from their originals. The clones were created using stolen DNA samples from high-profile individuals, politicians, CEOs, celebrities, and even scientists. Once grown, the clones were surgically implanted with neural conditioning chips to ensure loyalty to Aegis. Hart's files allege that real individuals were abducted, interrogated, and then quietly retired after their clones were deployed. Within weeks of the leak, Hart was found dead in her apartment, officially ruled a suicide, but her death only fueled the conspiracy. Journalist Ethan Cole, obsessed with uncovering the truth about Project Doppelganger, began investigating anomalies in public figures. He noticed a disturbing pattern. Key individuals seemed to undergo abrupt changes in behavior following unexplained disappearances. Senator Rebecca Lang vanished for 3 days during a trip to Europe. Upon her return, she reversed her stance on renewable energy, suddenly supporting fossil fuel subsidies, a move that baffled her supporters. Pop star Ava Stone disappeared from the public eye for 2 weeks, emerging with a slightly altered appearance and a robotic demeanor during interviews. Tech mogul Eric Zane was rumored to have died in a private plane crash, only to reappear months later, alive and unharmed, yet noticeably detached from his previous philanthropic pursuits. Cole's investigation led him to a former Aegis facility in Nevada, long since abandoned. Inside, he found equipment for biometric scanning, medical labs, and tanks that resembled cryogenic chambers. The most chilling discovery was a ledger of names, many of which belonged to prominent figures still alive. A small, underground group calling themselves the Originals contacted Cole, claiming they were survivors of Aegis's replacement program. They revealed the horrifying truth. Aegis was not just replacing individuals, but engineering a new global order. The clones, loyal only to Aegis, were infiltrating governments, corporations, and media to consolidate control over society. One member of the Originals, a man who claimed to be the real Eric Zane, described his escape from an Aegis facility. He said the clones were not perfect. They aged more rapidly than normal humans, requiring regular medical interventions to maintain their appearance. That's their weakness, he told Cole. They can't keep it up forever. Cole released a groundbreaking exposé, complete with video evidence from the Nevada facility and testimonies from the Originals. The story went viral, but it didn't lead to the public uprising Cole had hoped for. Instead, major news outlets discredited him, labeling the footage as doctored and the witnesses as mentally ill. Behind closed doors, Cole began receiving anonymous threats. His sources disappeared one by one, and the Originals went silent. Then, Cole himself vanished. Weeks later, he reappeared, publishing a public apology for fabricating the story and retreating from journalism entirely. But his former colleagues noticed something strange. Cole, once outspoken and charismatic, now avoided eye contact and spoke in a flat, emotionless tone. He left his apartment only at night, and his once prolific social media accounts went dark. Despite the media blackout, whispers of the clone replacement theory persisted. A growing online movement, dubbed the Shadow Truthers, began tracking clone glitches, moments where high-profile individuals acted bizarrely or inconsistently. Videos of public figures staring blankly, repeating phrases, or appearing to reset during live broadcasts spread like wildfire. Meanwhile, sightings of abandoned Aegis facilities increased worldwide. Investigators uncovered more cryogenic tanks and even half-grown clones suspended in fluid. In one facility, a researcher found a note carved into a desk. "The hunger is in their eyes. Trust no one." Today, the conspiracy continues to grow. Whispers suggest that Aegis has moved underground, expanding their reach and perfecting their technology. Activists warn that anyone could be a replacement: your neighbor, your boss, or even your closest friend. And every now and then someone on social media posts a chilling question. Have you noticed how different they've been lately? Please like and subscribe for more Sterling short stories.
Sterling short stories. Step into the story.